to my channel. It's been a while. I say that every single time I film a video. We're not gonna start the video this way because I told myself I'm not gonna do that. But hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Kyla. It's Gemini season. Gemini season. We are 2 days into Gemini season. And my Gemini season started a little weirdly. It normally does, and then I feel really good afterwards. So we're gonna embrace this season and get the creative juices flowing because we're in our prime. Okay? Gemini, stand up. I got my hair done yesterday, so I'm really feeling myself, as one should do when you get your hair done. To be honest with you, I've literally just been enjoying like growing and like living life. Like I've been doing things that have given me joy that I didn't know that I liked and didn't know that I would enjoy before, you know? It's all about figuring yourself out. And I think that's like such a great thing about moving on from your teenage years is the fact that I've found like so many new things that I like doing that I used to do when I was younger, and then you kind of stop. One of the things I've discovered about myself is books, is reading. I don't know if you guys can see in the background that my collection of books has gotten to the point where I needed a bookshelf. Before, they were kind of just piling up in the corner of my room, so I bought a bookshelf. I've had this bookshelf for about 4 or 5 months. I'm already outgrowing it. I have an addiction to buying books. I think that my addiction to buying books actually outweighs my addiction to actually reading them. But I'm getting better now. I'm like, I put a ban on myself, and I've been like, I can only buy 2 books at a time, and then I have to read them. I have to read those books in order to buy another 2. That's what I've been telling myself, rather than just buying books every single time I walk past Waterstones. Like, it's really not. I don't know what it is. Someone needs to do like a whole scientific research on the feeling of buying a book and the joy that brings. It lasts about 5 minutes. I don't know if it's just consumerism. I don't know what it is. But when I buy books, whether it's from Amazon, Waterstones, which I try to buy my books from the most, because sometimes in Amazon it's hit and miss. It's kind of weird. I don't really understand what's going on over there. But just walking out that store with my Waterstones bag, I'm feeling, I can't explain the euphoria. And then looking at the books and then putting them on your bookshelf and then walking away from your bookshelf and forgetting that you bought them. It's just a feeling one can't explain. If you're just a reader and you want some recommendations or you just want to get into it, this video is your new guide. So I use TikTok a lot, especially to get book recommendations, to find out what the girlies are into, to find out what the streets are saying and what book I need to read and what needs to be on my TBR list. I found a lot of recommendations about this book, which was Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry. This is a YA book, so young adult book. So if you're young, this one, you gotta have this. When I tell you, reading this one book changed me. It changed my whole life. And it put me in a direction I never would have thought, ever. Can I just tell you that I'm one of those people that was like, romance books, that's not me. It's not fitting with my vibe. That's not my genre. I just thought that I never thought that I would be into those books like ever. This book was amazing. I really liked it. See, you got your black romance book right here. And then after that, it just became a whirlwind of me just reading romance books. And have I turned back since? No, I haven't. I read this back in July last year. I read one book that wasn't romance since this book, and that was Poison Heart. So that is what I've been enjoying so much right now is a lot of romance books. Yeah, so after reading that, I started the Brown Sisters series by Talia Hibbert. I bought them all separately. There are 3 books that are interlinked, but they're standalones. So they're about 3 sisters, and they basically fall in love in with 3 different people, obviously. Yeah, I think it came out in a certain order, but I just read them in like a different order. So I think the first one that came out was the one about Chloe Brown, but I started with Dani Brown and then Eve, and then I read Chloe's, so I did it in a different order. But even when I was buying it in the store, the girl was like, sis, you gotta read the other one, you gotta get the other one. She was like, honestly, the book is amazing, yada yada yada. and everyone was just saying it. Like, everyone says the same thing about these books. I don't think I've heard anyone say anything bad about the Brown Sisters series. If there's somebody out there that says something bad about this, like, who is you and who asked? Obviously, these are not young adult books, these are 18 plus, but I have nothing else to say other than just read it. Read Dani Brown. I said, I'm never going back. Very surprised, because I'm pretty sure all the girlies that like the romance books like this, okay? The girls that get it, and the girls that don't. If you don't get it, you're obviously not that girl. Do I have to rephrase that? Do you want me to say it again? I don't think I need to repeat it. I think that was pretty clear. The Brown Sisters books, get into it. Next one. This one, I still can't stop thinking about. I read this book back in February, and have I stopped thinking about it? No, I haven't. So, Waterstones were having, like, it's a bookstore in the UK. We're having this sale on hard books. It was like 50% off. I said 50% off. This was back in January, and I said, I can't leave my house today. I can't remember why, but I had a reason. And I was like, I need this book. This is the last day that they're doing 50% off hardback books. I said, my brother was like out. I don't know where he was. I made that 15-year-old boy trek to Waterstones. I said, you better grab that book for me, because this is life or death at this point. To get 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. This book had a hold on me. This book made my obsession with romance books even worse. Like, after reading this, I said, I'm in this forever. There's no going back. Even though I said that about the Brown Sisters book, guys, I'll just tell you, this proper, like, made me realize that this is it. This is for life. This book was amazing. Such a feel-good book. It was very different to what I read, because it had like dark elements to it in terms of the characters talking about, like, struggles that they've been through. So there's maybe a few trigger warnings in there. Like, it was 10 out of 10. Just read the book. That's all I'm gonna say. Then I just love supporting my Black British babes. Like, when I read a book and the author is Black British, like Talia Hibbert, I'm just like supporting my Black British babes, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. But then I read Bolu, Babalola, Love in Colour, and I loved this. I've never read like a collection of stories in a book before. That was the first time, and it was a nice experience, let me tell you that. She like retold like a load of stories from like mythical tales, characters and stuff, and like rewrote them, and some of them were like very modernized and stuff like that, and I loved it. It was good. I always support my Black British babes. Then I got into Jasmine Guillory's books. These are standalones, but like the characters have like relationships with like other characters in the story, if that makes sense. The Wedding Date is the first one that came out. I really liked this book. And then this is the one I recently finished like 2 days ago, is The Proposal, which is the second one. And they're kind of related, but they're not. You could read them on their own. For example, the male love interest in this book is best friends with the male love interest in this book. And you meet the best friend in The Wedding Date. And then in The Proposal, he has his own like love story. It's just 10 out of 10. I really highly recommend. But I finished reading this like a few months ago. Was it last month? I can't remember. Which is the first book of the Dreamland Billionaire series by Lauren Asher. I enjoyed the fine print. Most people have said they like this, but I have seen some mixed reviews. Quite a few people couldn't finish reading it, but I finished reading it pretty fast. I quite enjoyed it, to be fair. And I'm currently reading the second one, which is Terms and Conditions, which is the second part of the book. Dreamland Billionaire series is literally about 3 brothers, but Dreamland is basically like a remake of Disneyland. It's basically Disneyland, and their like family owns like Dreamland or whatever. The founder is their grandfather, and he dies. So then like each book is basically about like their next step in like what position they're gonna take in the company, if that makes sense. The second one I'm reading right now is about the CEO. Like, he's going to be CEO, but in order for him to do that, the grandfather said he can't be CEO until he gets married and has a child. And basically he's just having like a fake wedding with his assistant, and then they clearly fall in love. Like, that's basically what it says at the back. But I'm literally only like a few pages in, as you can see where my bookmark is. I've barely read anything, so I can't really say much about it right now. But I'm enjoying it so far, and I would read the third one when it comes out. That's my current read right now. I'm gonna let you guys know how that goes. I've got a few books on my bookshelf right now that are romance that I haven't actually got into yet, so I'll probably talk about that once I've read them. But yeah, those are the books that I've been reading and really enjoying currently in my life, and this new discovery about myself. I always need to have a book in my bag that I'm finna read. I don't know why, but I feel like these characters have put my standards up even higher, to the point where I think it's becoming unrealistic. But it's okay because I'm a wait. If I do continue reading things like this, I'll probably put some more recommendations out, because I'm watching people talk about books that they're loving, especially in a genre that you enjoy the most. It's such a helpful way of like getting new books to read. Yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you know people that like this kind of genre of books, maybe share the video with them, give this video a like, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching this video, and stick around for more content.